Tonight, with deer season just around the corner, experts are addressing an ammunition shortage and what it means for hunters. Plus, bounced checks and missing identification documents are just some of the reasons a former local car dealership is under investigation. And spicing up Superior, we'll introduce you to a local artist who is leaving her creations around town for all to see.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. For the second year in a row, Northlanders are heading into deer hunting season with their eyes on an elusive prize. Ammo has been hard to come by since the start of the pandemic, and maybe now more so than ever. CBS3's Abigail Smith shares what local stores are seeing and their advice to hunters.
Superior Shooting Supplies phones have been ringing off the hook over the lack of ammunition ahead of hunting season. Owner Pat Kugel says, unfortunately, it's out of their hands.
Shelves where ammunition boxes are meant to be stacked in full are almost entirely empty. Signs read that customers can only buy 1 or 2 boxes of ammo that were scattered all over the store. Kugel says customers are frustrated, but the store can't do anything more than inform people when supplies come in. She says the demand is so great that customers keep calling every day to ask about what's in stock as hunting season is set to begin next week.
In all the years we've been here, we've never seen anything so bad as this, so it'll stay in their minds. I think we'll be looking at people buying whatever they can buy.
While the pandemic originally played a big role in the shortage with production companies shutting down, political unrest in 2020 almost sent gun and ammo sales soaring. Now, with supply chain issues, experts estimate the national shortage is probably going to last at least another year.
Kugel's advice is just to be patient and to keep looking around at other places for ammo, and be careful not to overpay for ammunition during the ammo shortage.
Thanks, Abigail. Tonight at 10, we hear from a customer who drove an hour and a half all to find ammunition. Minnesota's rifle season opens November 6th. Wisconsin's opens November 20th. In Minnesota, deer hunting license sales are down slightly from this time last year. As of last Friday, the state had sold about 91,000 licenses. That's about 6% less than last year. But 2020's numbers were also up significantly from the past several years. Many credited that to more people wanting to get outside during the pandemic. State and local law enforcement agencies are looking into transaction issues at a Cloquet car dealership. According to Cloquet police, they received 14 complaints since June about the former Cloquet Ford Chrysler Center. Issues include people selling their cars to the dealership and receiving checks that bounced. Some buyers never received their title or registration. Others traded in their vehicles, which were never paid off by the business, causing buyers to have to make double payments. Cloquet police say the state of Minnesota Vehicle Crimes Unit is creating a list of people who have experienced problems with the former dealership. It was purchased by new owners in late August. Coming up tonight at 10, we'll hear from the Cloquet police chief about his message to the community. Peter joins us now for a quick check of the weather. Peter, just a beautiful fall day out there today.
I know. I absolutely could not complain about anything out there with temperatures in the upper 40s as well as lower 50s, and the sunshine finally came out. We've been dealing with those clouds as well as pesky kind of lake effect rain showers closer to the lake for the past few days. Well, with that sunshine today, temperatures were able to climb into the upper 40s as well as lower 50s, which was basically at average or even a hair above average, which is definitely nice because we haven't seen that in the past few days. 48 in Hibbing, 47 at Duluth International, 50 down by the lake, 51 Superior, 50 in Ashland, 52 in Solon Springs as well as Orr, 45 in Ely, and 49 in International Falls for today's high. So definitely a nice day to get outside. And we're wrapping up the evening on a rather nice note as well, with those mostly clear skies overhead. So if you want to soak up a little bit more of that sunshine before it begins to set in the next half hour or so, definitely go out and do it. 42 degrees right now for us here in Duluth, with that easterly wind still gusting between 20 and 25 miles per hour right now. Satellite radar shows that we are getting things dry across the region right now, but as we zoom out a little bit more, there's a lot of rain that has to head our way, and that will slowly begin to fill in as we head towards the day tomorrow. We'll time it all out coming up in just a bit. Kristen?
Thanks, Peter. An FDA advisory panel carefully debated and agreed to recommend Pfizer's COVID-19 shot for children ages 5 to 11. The committee heard from those advocating for vaccine authorization and from those concerned about possible side effects of the vaccine. However, the panel agreed children need to get vaccinated for the virus.
And there have also been close to 100 deaths, making it one of the top 10 causes of death in this age range during this time.
The White House says it has secured enough Pfizer doses to vaccinate every eligible child in the U.S., and those doses will begin going to pharmacies and pediatrician offices as soon as the decision is finalized by the CDC. Moderna says it will soon seek approval for its low-dose pediatric vaccine. In a bipartisan show of support, the current and former governors of Minnesota got their booster shots today. Governor Tim Walz, a Democrat, and former Governor Tim Pawlenty, a Republican, sat down together to get their third dose of the vaccine. Walz says since the CDC approved administering boosters, Minnesota is in the top 3 in the nation for the number of people getting them. He says the added protection will help curb the spread of the Delta variant. Pawlenty says getting the shot is one way to show your family and friends you care about them.
The vaccinated are a coalition of the willing who are helping to lead the charge to put an end to this pandemic. Governor Walz and I, on a bipartisan basis, want to encourage everybody who is eligible to become vaccinated.
The CDC approved mixing and matching vaccine and booster doses. Right now, only certain groups of people are eligible. Walz says if you're unsure which one to get, you should ask your doctor. A new COVID rapid testing site opened in Hibbing today. It's one of 3 new locations around Minnesota the governor announced this morning. You can stop by the Hibbing Armory between 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Mondays and Tuesdays. Walk-ins are welcome, but you can also make an appointment online. We have a link on our website, and the National Guard is helping run the sites. Hoping to win a trip to Hawaii? Well, the American Red Cross has an offer for you. If you donate blood or plasma from November 1st through the 12th, you will be automatically entered to win a trip for 2 to the Aloha State. The new incentive is prompted by the ongoing emergency blood shortage nationwide. Red Cross officials say donations are especially critical heading into the busy holiday season. For information on how and where you can donate, head to CBS3Duluth.com. The Twin Ports is getting a little more colorful with new murals popping up across Duluth and Superior. CBS3's Natalie Grant shares the story of one artist hoping to share her creativity with the community.
Paintbrushes, aerosol cans, and good vibes can be found at Izzy's Bar and Grill this week as a new mural is painted on the outside of the Superior restaurant.
I really just want to help people realize their dreams.
Mana Bear Bolton is the artist behind the design. She is originally from the Twin Ports, and after taking some time away, she's now home and hopes to fill a void in the community through her art.
Just doing art for myself is It's great, but it's even better when you make somebody else smile with it. I'm asking people, hey, what do you want done, truly? And so many people are like, I've been wanting this done for 15 years and haven't been able to find the right person. And I'm like, hey, I'm here. Let's get this done.
Since being back, Bolton has partnered with several clients, including Izzy's, to bring color, excitement, and culture to the streets.
The front of the building is just bright. I looked at the food trucks owned by Black-owned businesses in the 90s and took the colors, the lines, and the graphic design from them and incorporated into this.
And Izzy's isn't the only one getting a facelift. At Smooch-a-Pooch Salon in Superior, soon this purple wall will be home to what owners call a doggy paradise.
These murals just make the whole town more inviting and fun to be in, and I think it really shows like what our community is all about.
Miranda Julissa, co-owner of Smooch-a-Pooch, says they have wanted to do a mural for years, but could never find someone to do it until Bolton.
We looked at her portfolio, and she had a lot of bright, fun, bubbly things that we thought could definitely be incorporated into the feel of our place and what we like to represent.
But Bolton says her mission surpasses a canvas and hopes her work inspires future generations to never forget the importance of the arts.
I'm looking forward to the future that I can build, but also opening the doors for the other people who are like me or who see what I'm doing and think that they couldn't do it before, and now they can.
Making the Twin Ports a little more creative, one mural at a time.
Bolton hopes to one day partner with schools or local community programs to inspire kids to create murals of their own. If you would like to follow along with the next projects, we have her information on our website. Several Iron Range fire departments participated in a special training on Monday night. The training is for aircraft rescue and firefighting. It was hosted by the Hibbing Fire Department at the Hibbing Airport. Chisholm, Clinton, and Keewatin Fire Departments were also invited to participate. These clips and photos are of the Keewatin crews. Keewatin Fire Chief Blake Leand says the annual training is required when there is an airport in a fire department's coverage area. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, we are just a week away from Duluth's general election. What you need to know about the candidates at large next.
And today's sunshine is definitely short-lived because we have a lot more rain to come in as we head through the rest of this week. We'll take a closer look at that pinpoint forecast here in just a bit.
The September 16th hail and windstorm did a lot of damage to the roofs of homes in its path. Empire Roofing can perform temporary repairs to get your roof through winter. Call today to find out if your home is in the hail path and have your roof inspected for free by Empire Roofing to see if your roof sustained damage.
If you're frustrated with buffering, if you're sick of stop and start streaming, if you have spotty Wi-Fi, you need to talk to the Extreme Internet Pros. Switch to Extreme Internet 100 for only $34.99 a month for a year. You don't even need to sign a contract. Get fast speeds up to 100 meg, intelligent whole home Wi-Fi, and 99.9% network reliability. You want great internet at a great price? Call us today at 844-EXTREME2.
We've got new information now explaining why.
Why should ordinary Americans care what's happening here in Ukraine?
Deep divisions remain.
Elizabeth, why did they kick you out?
They are expecting public unrest.
Why are they releasing these videos now?
Police are pushing us back.
We found one hell of a story of survival.
That's why you have to do your own research to get to the truth.
Couple questions.
Do you think it's time for schools to reopen?
There is some positive breaking news.
We've got a lot of important new information for you and your family.
Calling all Bulldogs. Do you consider yourself a diehard UMD Bulldog fan? Send a picture of you or you and your crew all decked out in your Bulldog attire for a chance to be the My9 Sports Bulldog Fan of the Week. Follow the My9 Sports Facebook page and post your pictures there to be entered into our weekly random drawings. Each Fan of the Week will be showcased in our My9 Sports UMD Athletics Broadcast of the Week. The My9 Sports Bulldog Fan of the Week is brought to you by the Duluth Tap Exchange.
I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital. We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me.
We will witness yet another moment in history.
I want to start with some very exciting news. Mr. Knudsen left me a great deal of money, so I bought the Valley Hills Assisted Living Facility.
I let him watch me shower, and he left me nothing.
You're the shrink. I'm a psychologist. Sometimes when you're going through difficult situations, it helps to have someone to bounce things off of.
You're right, I feel better.
A new Be Positive, Thursday on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
CBS 3 Sports is brought to you by St. Luke's.
Definitely a gorgeous day across the region out there with 47 for today's high at Duluth International, so just 1 degree below average. and we were almost right at average for last night's low as well. And right now we're beginning to cool things down a little bit, 42 degrees right now for us in Duluth, with that easterly wind still blowing between 20 and 25 miles per hour. We've been dealing with that gusty wind for the past few days now, but it'll begin to let up as we head towards Thursday, but we'll have more on that coming up in just a bit. Satellite radar is getting things dry across the Northland for us right now, but there is a whole lot of rain and clouds off to our west that's going to gradually begin to fill in as we head through the rest of the night. But for now, we're dealing with a pretty nice evening out there. If you want to get out there and enjoy what's left of the sunshine before it's officially gone down at dusk tonight, you can see definitely dealing with a pretty nice evening. Just a few clouds maybe off to the north towards International Falls and Bemidji. The rest of us looking at mostly clear skies overhead right now. But there are clouds on the increase, and right now, but right now you can't see them on the current conditions. You can see basically most of us in the 40s with those mostly clear skies overhead. So a rather nice evening at that. But as we head towards the rest of the night tonight, by about 11 o'clock, we begin to see more clouds fire up off to our west. Even a little bit of rain out there as well. And as we head towards, say, about the midnight hour, we begin to see more scattered showers begin to enter the Northland. And by about 8 a.m., most of us are waking up with mostly cloudy skies overhead and kind of some sporadic rain showers here and there. As we head towards tomorrow evening, the rain becomes a little bit more widespread in nature, especially for the central portions of our region. You can really see it towards International Falls, Big Fork, Grand Rapids, Aikens, points towards there as well. Out east for the Arrowhead region, as well as northwest portions of Wisconsin, still rather dry, and that's going to be the trend until we kind of really head towards Friday, and that's when they'll get most of the rain there. We finally begin to dry out as we head towards Friday morning. So as far as that, how much rain we're talking about, a lot of that rain off towards central portions of the region where we're approaching maybe above an inch there. To Twin Ports, points north and south, say anywhere from a tenth up to a quarter. In northwest Wisconsin, maybe anywhere from a few 1/100ths of an inch up to possibly a third, being the higher amount. For right now, we're dealing with those gusty winds as well, all across the Northland, anywhere from 20 to 25 miles per hour. But as we head towards Thursday, we finally begin to see those winds subside a little bit. But for the night tonight, as well as the day tomorrow, you can see those wind gusts still gusting between 20 and 25 miles per hour. And as like I said, as we head towards Thursday, they finally become a little bit calmer in nature. Your forecast for tonight, temperatures fall back into the upper 30s as well as lower 40s. We have those clouds on an increase. Northwest Wisconsin sitting in the lower 40s for the night tonight. Highs for tomorrow climbing into the upper 40s as well as lower 50s for the day tomorrow, with those rain showers overhead. A little bit drier in northwest Wisconsin, a little bit more in terms of rain on the Minnesota side of things. And here's how the 7-day forecast shapes up. We have that rain threat for the day on Wednesday and Thursday. We dry things out, but we also get much cooler as we head toward the beginning portions of next week, with temperatures in the lower 40s and upper 30s. So much cooler weather lying ahead of us.
All right, thanks, Peter. Well, moving to local politics, Duluth's general election is in 1 week, and we're hearing from each of the 3 city council at-large candidates about why they're running. Joe McCord was born and raised in Duluth's Fond du Lac neighborhood. He's a business owner by trade and a youth sports coach. McCord says he's running for city council because he wants to continue investing in Duluth's community. He wants to bolster the economy and encourage new and growing business.
I have an understanding what it's like to own and operate a business and to have employees and to keep staff and to make sure that they're paid adequately. Having and keeping good employees is very important. It's something that a lot of businesses are struggling with right now.
And once again, we're hearing from all 3 candidates this week. As Rain Owl spoke yesterday, we'll share Therese Tamanik's story tomorrow. Election day is Tuesday, and we have information on all the races on our website. A Minnesota lawmaker is calling on social media companies to stop drug dealers from using their apps. In a Senate Commerce Subcommittee hearing today, Senator Amy Klobuchar shared the story of 19-year-old Devin Noring. The Minnesota man died after taking fentanyl-laced Percocet that authorities say he bought on Snapchat. The Democrat asked Snapchat's top executives to explain what they're doing to prevent that from ever happening to anyone else.
We have deployed proactive detection measures to get in ahead of what the drug dealers are doing. They are constantly evading our tactics.
I think there's other ways to do this too, as creating liability when this happens. So maybe that'll make you work even faster so we don't lose another kid.
Lawmakers also expressed concern that TikTok is tied to China's communist government. But company leaders say they store all of TikTok's U.S. data in the United States, and they recently tightened privacy practices for children. Coming up, CBS Sports' Kevin Moore is in Evelyn, where some Olympic trials are underway. We'll head to the curling club coming up after the break.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
CBS3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChef.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChef.com, a better way to buy.
A lot of land comes with a lot of work. The affordable MX series has a lot to offer. The versatility to mow, move hay bales, grade, and clear brush and snow. A spacious cab to keep you comfortable in any conditions. Excellent loader lift capacity, hydrostatic or gear transmission options, and #1 rated reliability to help do it right. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
No one serves you better than Lulich Implement.
I'm Dr. Yin Dong. I'm a cardiac electrophysiologist at St. Luke's. I'm basically the electrician of the heart. Anything to do with the heart signaling system, if your heart's going too fast, too slow, irregular, that's what I deal with. Especially within electrophysiology, there are so many amazing treatments, so much that we can offer patients to improve their quality of life and to save their lives. Seeing patients improve just makes everything so worthwhile.
Blue Cross made it easy to find a plan that fits my needs.
If you're looking for a Medicare plan, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Minnesota can help you understand your Medicare benefits and choices with this free guide.
The guide helped me understand what Medicare does and doesn't cover, and how I could add coverage if I wanted to.
With 96% of Minnesota doctors and hospitals in the Blue Cross network, plus a broad selection of affordable Medicare plans developed for Minnesotans by Minnesotans. It's no wonder nearly half of all Minnesota seniors has a Blue Cross Medicare plan. From Bemidji to Blue Earth, Twin Cities to Two Harbors, Blue Cross has you covered.
I get to keep my doctor, and I'm saving money. Can't beat that.
Go online or call the number on your screen now for your free Medicare decision guide from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Minnesota. You and Blue, because together is better.
Hurricane Ida hit Louisiana hard. The people there, their families, and businesses have a long road to recovery. And now it's time for each of us to help lift up Louisiana. Text IDA to 51555 and donate to the Salvation Army relief efforts as they provide relief to those impacted by Hurricane Ida. Learn more at CBS3Duluth.com or the CBS3 News app. Live, local, CBS3, helping lift up Louisiana.
The Royal Enfield Bullet was designed in 1955 and not updated until 2008. It takes an experienced hand to keep one running. I've ridden in the rain and the snow, but prefer not to. That's why motorcycles and meteorology go together so well. It also takes an experienced hand to make an accurate riding forecast. As our region's longest-serving meteorologist, I think I have the touch needed to get it right.
Watch Dave Anderson weeknights at 5, 6, and 10.
The road to Beijing runs through northern Minnesota. Today, the Olympic trials for mixed doubles curling began up at Kurl-Mesabi in Evelyn. And our Kevin Moore has been there all afternoon. Kevin, you're up in my neck of the woods, and you're in good company today.
Yeah, it's me and about 50 curling fans ready to watch the 7 p.m. start. But earlier in the day, of course, we are at the Mesabi Curling Club. Earlier in the day at 12, we got a chance to see John Schuster up against Matt Hamilton and Matt Hamilton's sister. Now, Team Hamilton did win that game, and that game that went into an extra ends with a double hammer by Team Hamilton defeating Team Schuster. Now, of course, these two were teammates in 2018, and I got a chance to speak to them about how they felt competing against each other today.
You know, it's when we're playing against each other as teammates, like, I like seeing when he's playing well, and obviously having that little internal rivalry, but you know, everybody here is pretty much friends, and especially our men's team when we come here and play mixed doubles. We're still a team even though we're playing against each other.
Honestly, John, other than my sister, is my biggest fan. He knows I'm going to make big shots when I have to, and he knows that even if I miss, he's going to tell me like shake it off. Like he's still a teammate on the ice even though we're playing each other.
We will have more from the curling trials coming up at 10, but on to UMD football. After an uncharacteristic loss Saturday in Molosky against Bemidji State, the UMD football team is in jeopardy of missing the playoffs. After the half, the Dogs went into the locker room with a 35-7 lead. However, the script quickly flipped in the second half. Offensively, Kaz Money Martin continued to bring the spark for UMD, putting up his third 100-plus rushing yard game of the season. Defensively, the Bulldogs gave up the most amount of points they have all season with 42, making this the first Bemidji State win in Duluth in over 80 years and putting the playoffs in jeopardy for the 6-2 Bulldogs.
The conference this whole year, like everyone's beating everyone, and people who they say shouldn't or haven't beaten teams in years, decades, they're beating teams. So this conference, is good all around, up and down. So we've got to, bring out our best Bulldog football every game.
Whenever you lose a football game, it causes a lot of self-reflect, both as a team individually, and you look back at that game and to give up a fourth quarter lead and a 14-point lead was tough. In the same sense, we have a game to prepare for this week. Our guys need to understand that and be able to flush that. So whether we won that game or got beat in the fashion that we did, we need to come out this week and respond.
The Bulldogs will hit the road this week to play the other Beavers in an NSIC game against Minot State Saturday at 1 o'clock. Kristen?
All right, thanks, Kevin. Well, tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, during the height of the pandemic, many household items were either hard to come by or had doubled in price. One of those items being lumber. But now, lumber is at an all-time low. Tonight, we'll dig deeper into what is causing the price to flip-flop. Well, speaking of flip-flopping, Peter, the weather sounds like it might be doing that to us as well.
Yeah, we're going from that nice sunshiny weather that we enjoyed today to yet more rain and cooler temperatures. 7-day forecast shows that exactly as we head through the night tonight, more rain begins to fill in. It's basically widespread for the days on Wednesday and Thursday. We finally begin to clear things out as we head towards Friday morning. But after that, we see temperatures begin to really cool back. For the weekend, we're still looking pretty nice, though, with Saturday and Sunday temperatures in the mid and upper 50s as well as mid and upper 40s, respectively, for the day on Sunday. So on Halloween, probably just going to want to put on an extra layer or two. And then as we head towards the beginning portions of next week, you can see temperatures may be struggling to get out of the 30s on those days with those mostly cloudy skies overhead. 41 for a high on Monday, and right now only calling for a high of 39 degrees on Tuesday.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you at 10 o'clock.